What's good, culture? It's your boy Franco, and originally I wasn't even gonna cover this story because I thought it was all cap. It looked too fake, but academics posted it, so it is what it is, man. It's legit at this point. And I just want to say, this man Trippie Redd really cannot catch a break. It seems like, I mean, 70K with Drake, Uzi, Playboy Cardi, Ski Mask, XXXTentacion. That's a whole different conversation though. But I really thought he was gonna sell more, man. I thought that album was some heat. Well, with all that out the way, let's actually get started. So here's pretty much the breakdown. Trippie Redd was performing at Baltimore with Dior, Sofego, K Suave, pretty much the whole crew, right? After the show, Trippie Redd gets on the bus, most likely with some groupies, and heads out to the airport like most artists do after the show. Now, the police are alleging that Trippie Redd wasn't the bus that was actually targeted. It was one of the buses associated with the performance. The intended target still hasn't been found yet, but let's just assume it was for Trippie Redd or one of the artists that were performing for them. They're saying while the bus was pulling off, a guy came out of nowhere, pulled out the Draco. Actually, we don't really know the gun weapon. I'm just gonna say it was more or less a pistol, because if it was a Draco, pretty much everyone would have been dead on that bus. I'm just gonna keep it 1000. With that being said, while they're on the highway, like, this happens all while they're actually driving. The guy pulls up right next to them and starts shooting like it's like GTA 5 on some crazy stuff. But the driver does get hit, unfortunately. And looking at this information a little bit more closely, I honestly believe this was a targeted hit for either Trippie Redd, Sofego, K Suave, or Dior. Most likely Trippie Redd, if I'm gonna keep it a buck. Because if you really think, what person, and I'm asking you guys, what person is gonna pull up next to a bus at 3 a.m. and just gonna let shots fire off? Unless you know an artist is in town and you have some pent-up haterade inside of your system. Because the person that did this obviously doesn't have anything going on with their life. Or one of these rappers ended up banging their chick. Those are the only two options I could think of right now, honestly. I did some more investigation on Trippie Redd's page, and I'm not gonna lie, he kept it pretty much gangsta and really say too much about it. But I did catch him slipping on his IG story, and this is just my theory. I think the guy, which I'm about to show you in a second, the guy that he's about to show us was the actual driver.
Hold on, they ain't catch you, my nigga. Yeah, nah, don't play with us. Stop playing.
For one, drivers are usually big because they drive around all day eating fast food. And for two, if you listen really closely, one of his homeboys says a real mother effing driver. And this story just happens to happen at the same time a driver was shot. Now, I could be wrong because the guy in the video was not injured in any way, shape, or form. For what we've seen in that angle, we don't know about his other side, and we don't know how serious that gun wound injury was. It seems like Trippie Redd and like his crew are like congratulating the driver, or the alleged driver, on being real. But even if this is the driver, it really doesn't solve anything or give us any more. I just wanted to point that out. With that being said, that's pretty much all I have about this situation. Luckily, no one was seriously injured, but the driver, I hope he can recover. If that isn't him already, he hasn't already recovered. Just a theory on my part, by the way. And I don't see why you want to target someone like Trippie Redd. Like, honestly, like, this dude talks, like, think about it. Like, he's not a real street dude. He's not a real street. Matter of fact, everyone on this tour list is not a street rapper. They don't incite that type of energy in the crowd or their music. They talk about love, turning up, and drugs. So this is just really weird because they usually stay out the way. This is just my take on it and the details about this situation. Your boy Franco is out. Follow me on the IG. Deuces. Stay blessed. Peace.